Hello, I'm Adam Eccles, and if you need a little podcast, you've come to the right place. This is episode 4 of Need a Little Podcast. Today is Saturday, the 30th of August, and this is your irregular and irrelevant news pod from my author world. This is the personal podcast that sits along my blog at adamecklesbooks.com. It's just me talking about life, writing, weirdness, and whatever else bubbles up. So today on the menu, we've got a brief author update, what's coming soon, and what's going wide. On blog highlights, we've got some more ways to get some spam from me. And in other podcasts, we've got a little sneak preview of what's to come soon. In my micro rant section, a little bit of what's dead to me. And in tech news, Apple announced the next event, coming soon. And in the weird bit, something that rattled me some years ago. So let's jump in. So in author updates, it's System Restored's turn for a review beg. I'm out with my review begging bowl. It's nearly at 1,000 reviews, right? I think these are globally on Amazon. And so it's 980 at the moment. So if you haven't left a review and you have read System Restored and enjoyed it, obviously you did, then please just leave a review or a rating. Last time I said this for Need a Little Time, and it went way over 2,000. So now I think it's System Restored's turn, so I'd love to get it over that 1,000 mark. So if you don't mind, if you have a second, leave a review. It's the best way to show your appreciation for an author. So in other author news, it's only a couple of days now away from my short story collection being available on Amazon. So you can pre-order it now and it will deliver on the 2nd of September. So that is Little Bit Strange, Volume 1. It's the first 6 stories from the Short Story VIP Club. And you can get that wide on Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and all the other myriad ebook stores, which some of them I didn't know existed, have to be honest. But apparently there are lots of them. So, yeah, go forth and purchase from all of them. And this is for people who don't want to sign up for a monthly subscription, right? So that's how the book, that's how the stories are delivered at the moment. Monthly subscription. A lot of people don't want that, right? So if you don't, this is how you can get hold of those same stories. But if you do, then the September issue will also drop on the 1st of September. So you get this story first. So you can sign up anytime, and it's either €1 or €3 or any other figure you care to pluck above that, and donate per month, and you will get either a email with the text of the story or a book funnel book if you pay €3 or more. So, and you can sign up anytime and you'll get the back history of all of those ebooks as well. So that's all from author updates this week, month, whatever. I am still writing Cold Heart October. More news to come on that, hopefully soon. There's a lot of news for that, but it's not ready for release yet. So hang in there. I'm hoping to get that out before the end of the year, but we'll see how it goes. So in blog highlights, there are new ways to connect. I've just added a like and share button on the blog. So on the bottom of every page, there's a like and share thingy. So if you enjoy a blog post, then you can share it with your friends on Facebook or X or, dare I say it, LinkedIn. and Reddit even. So yes, like and share, and you can also now subscribe to the blog directly on each blog post. You can when you scroll, it will pop up a thing, and you either click it away or you can put in your email address, and then you will get an email announcement whenever there's a new blog post, and there will be lots of blog posts coming soon. It's kind of like I'm trying to get away from social media. So this is my way of I don't know, ranting into the void. There's all kinds of subjects, things I find interesting. So if you do too, subscribe on that, and you will get notified. So you won't miss any of the fun stuff. So one of the fun stuff things is I was in an airport recently. I was going again to London, second time this month, and unfortunately I was at the airport at 4:30 a.m. This is Shannon Airport, and it always baffles me, right? I'm walking around, it's the middle of the night basically, and there's people having, full Irish breakfasts. Fair enough. Eggs, toast, the whole caboodle, sausages, black pudding, right? But also they had a pint of lager and in some cases a pint of Guinness with their breakfast. And I'm just like, it's 4:30 in the morning. Just because you can, right? There's weird licensing laws at the airport. I don't think it doesn't mean you should, right? Just, I don't know. I couldn't face, my body would not accept a pint of lager with a full breakfast. Well, okay, if you're going on holiday, then you think you have to get drunk before the plane. Okay, whatever. Not for me. So Shannon is a great airport, right? It's really quick to get through, no hassle. Usually park and walk and get through security and get to the coffee bar place, right, within 8 minutes or something. It's very small and easy to get through. So great airport. But what really bugs me is that at the restaurant area, it's right next to the toilets, main toilets for the whole area there. And all you can hear and smell is the constant drone of hand dryers. So there's no doors on the toilets anymore. They just have a sort of zigzag that you go through. And all you can hear all the time is the constant drone of these things and hand dryers and the whiff of urinal. I just don't want to, when you're tucking into a €16 breakfast, pint or no pint, you just don't want to stink of urinal. Yeah, maybe that's just me again. I don't know, but bad plan to put the toilets right next to the restaurant, I think. But too late, I guess. They could move the tables, maybe, but yeah, it's very loud coming out of the hand dryers are a bad plan anyway. What happened to those infinite loops of filthy linen that you dried your hands on? Go back to that. So in podcasts, Middle Rage episode 32 will be coming soon. We haven't recorded it yet, but it will be coming soon. So look out for that. And also, Keith and I announced a new project that we're working on called Buy My Bloody Books. So coming this autumn, it will be a whole new pod, a whole new format. And who's it for? So it will be for aspiring authors who want to know the truth, right? We have released something like 27 books between us, working on many more, been doing this for a combined 15 years. And we sort of have a history of marketing and tech and all that good stuff, right? So we feel like we know a bit about it. And so if you're looking to write a book, this is for you, right? It's also for existing authors who just want some more tips and tricks and really just to hear honest banter about the industry and what all the fun stuff about being an author really means, right? And it's also for readers who just love that behind the scenes glimpse into the sausage factory. We'll tell you all the really nitty gritty, honest truth of what goes on. There are lots and lots and lots of podcasts about writing, and we feel that we will be different because we tell it like it is instead of the airy fairy stuff that you seem to get. So stay tuned for more news about Buy My Bloody Books. And it's time for the micro rant. So this is my little short rant. Middle Rage is my long rant podcast. This is my quick mini rant, micro rant that doesn't fit onto Middle Rage, right? So this has been something that bugs me for a long time, right? Isn't it weird how the words not dishwasher safe are the exact same as not ever gonna use? So when I was a chef many years ago, I reckon I washed enough pots for several lifetimes, right? And I vowed never again, right? So if it's in the kitchen, it's going in the dishwasher or the bin. There is no other option. I'm not going to stand there all night hand washing. Just not going to do it. Done it. Plenty. That part of my life is over. So if something comes into my kitchen and it says on it, not dishwasher friendly, that means it's dead to me. I'm not going to use it. So don't. In this day and age, surely we can manage to print something on a cup or a plate or whatever and have it survive the ride in the dishwasher water park. Seriously, must be possible. I know it's possible. All my other plates managed to survive, right? So what's going on? Yeah. And don't even talk to me about dry clean only. So in tech news this month, week, whatever, I was, as I mentioned, in London recently, and I was on a tube, and this is a new thing for me. I don't know when this was introduced, right? But now you can sometimes get a mobile signal on the tube, and I find that incredible in the first place. But I was curious the other day. So I was on the Central Line. Can't remember what station, right? But I did a speed test, and I got it was 5G, full 5 bars, and I got nearly a gigabit a second down on the speed test. I was like, what? That's as fast as my home fiber, just for reference. And I was getting this underground, under London, on a tube, on a moving tube. So I was like, this is incredible, right? So obviously there's a lot of tech behind that. I think it's amazing, right? So the fact that you can get gigabit speed on a tube is just incredible, right? It used to be that when you were in a tunnel, the radio dipped out. Well, now you could actually broadcast from the tunnel. All right. And also, Apple announced the next event on the 9th of September. And I like these events. This is going to be the iPhone event. It's like the peak of the year of Apple stuff. There's the WWDC in the summer. That's the Worldwide Developer Conference. I like that too. But this is now the culmination of all of the beta cycle of the operating system updates and all of that. That's all finished now, and now we get the new hardware, right? And even if I don't buy anything, which I didn't last time, I may or may not this time, I don't know. But I just like the event. It's a techie thing, and it's like I don't watch TV or anything, so this is the only time I ever actually watch anything. And what bugs me, right, is the endless speculation and rumors and leaks that come out all through the year, really, but especially at this time of the year, right? There's just every tech news outlet is just waffling on and on and on, and to the point where you get to the day and you basically know everything that Apple are going to announce, and the press are already bored of it then, and like, oh well, it wasn't that great. I mean, the sort of tech revolution that happens, the unbelievable amount of work that goes into making a new phone or whatever, and they're just bored because they already know about it. And like, I don't get it. I don't get why we need to spoil it, right? Do they read the end of a book first as well, these people, right? Spoilers, lads. Spoilers spoil. Don't post spoilers because they ruin the event. And I like that event, right? I like the fun of the moment, right? And Apple do as well, very much so, right? They're very private, and yet it feels like every tech outlet is doing everything they can just to ruin their big moment. I just don't know why they do it. So I try to not look at stuff or listen to pods that talk about that, but it's very hard to. If you want any tech news at all, it's all just flooded with what's going to happen. Oh well, look out for that. September the 9th, it will be a good event. There will be cool new stuff if you're into that. And now the weird bit. So, just like to have a little weird bit. I'm a bit weird. So, there you go. That's why I have a short story collection called Little Bit Strange. But there you go. So, in my 51 years, I've never seen a ghost. And consequently, never believed in them, right? And still don't. But this is just a weird thing that happened. In a different house where I lived some years ago, I experienced something that I haven't been able to explain. And so I was walking down the stairs, and there's a door at the bottom of the stairs off to the left that goes into the living room of this house. I don't live there anymore, right? But as I walked past, the door handle rattled quite violently, like right next to me, just like out of the blue. And I thought it was the wife or the kids in there playing a stupid prank, right? As they are wont to do. And I just sort of said, stop it, whatever. And I carried on walking. But I went then to the kitchen and found that everybody was there. So there was nobody in the living rooms, right? So I went back. What's going on? Is there somebody in there, right? But the lights were off. It was dark in there. I flicked on the light, looked around, nobody, nothing. And yet, this was seconds afterwards that I'd heard the rattle and that there's definitely nobody in there, right? So what happened? It wasn't the wind. It couldn't have been. It wasn't that sort of, there's no wind that could have rattled the door. I saw it physically move up and down as if somebody was there shaking it behind it, right? It wasn't an old house. It was fairly new. So, what could it be? But I don't know. And I just thought that was an interesting thing. It was years ago, but I haven't forgotten. It was quite vivid. And obviously my wife and kids thought it was either amazing or horrific, depending on who they were. So I was just wondering, have you had any real ghosty type experiences? And I'd love to know what they are if you have. So thanks for listening. You can subscribe to my blog at adamecklesbooks.com. And if you're listening to this podcast, please do subscribe and leave a review if you liked it. Look out for Middle Aged and Buy My Bloody Books coming soon. And don't forget the Short Story Club. If you want a short story in your email box once a month, you can sign up for that. Or you can pre-order the book. Or you can probably, by the time you hear this, go get that short story book immediately. 6 short stories, all a little bit strange. All right. So I think that's enough from me. Until next time, here's your little podcast. Bye.